The allure of online betting has swept across Brazil like a wildfire. It promises quick riches and instant excitement. However, beneath this glittering surface lies a far more troubling reality. This isn't just about placing a friendly wager on a football match anymore. It has morphed into a national obsession for some, one with potentially devastating consequences. The bright lights of these digital casinos are drawing millions in, but not everyone will walk away a winner. The odds, as they say, always favor the house. The most immediate and alarming impact is the staggering rise in indebtedness. Families are finding their finances stretched to breaking point and beyond. The promise of easy money is a powerful lure, particularly in challenging economic times. Yet, for a growing number of Brazilians, this path leads not to prosperity, but to a crushing burden of debt that affects every aspect of their lives. If we look closer at who is being drawn into this betting frenzy, a disturbing pattern emerges. Many of those who frequently engage in online betting come from Brazil's lower economic classes. For individuals struggling to make ends meet, the prospect of a sudden financial windfall can seem like a lifeline. The aggressive marketing campaigns often target these demographics, promising an easy escape from financial hardship. These are not high rollers with disposable income. These are often people betting their last reais. When someone with limited financial resources loses money on a bet, the impact is immediate and often catastrophic. It can mean the difference between putting food on the table or going hungry. The already precarious financial stability of these families is shattered. This is where the true cost of this unregulated boom is most keenly felt. In response to the growing public outcry and the sheer scale of the problem, Brazil's Senate decided to act. A parliamentary inquiry commission, the CPI das Bets, was officially installed in November 2024. Its stated purpose is to investigate the explosive growth of online gambling and sports betting. Senators are tasked with probing potential links between betting companies and criminal organizations, including money laundering operations. They are also looking into the pervasive use of digital influencers to promote these platforms. However, the CPI das Bets has not been without its critics. Many observers and even some parliamentarians have voiced concerns about its effectiveness, or lack thereof. The sheer volume of money flowing through online betting platforms in Brazil is nothing short of astonishing. In 2023 alone, Brazilians reportedly spent approximately 54 billion reais on online games and betting. To put that figure into perspective, it exceeded the country's total revenue from beef exports for the same period. Imagine an amount larger than a major export industry simply vanishing into the digital coffers of betting companies, many of which are based offshore. By early 2024, reports indicated that Brazilians were spending a jaw-dropping 20 billion reais per month on these platforms. This exponential escalation highlights the incredible speed at which this market is expanding and the addictive nature of the products being offered. It's a gold rush for the betting operators, who are reaping enormous profits from this national pastime turned obsession. The nation is paying a very high price for this largely unregulated betting bonanza, a price that will be felt for generations to come. A critical factor fueling this betting crisis is the widespread lack of financial literacy among a significant portion of the Brazilian population. Many bettors simply do not understand the inherent risks involved in gambling. They may not grasp concepts like odds, probability, or the house edge, which ensures that, over time, the betting platform almost always wins. This lack of basic financial education makes them particularly vulnerable to the sophisticated and often misleading marketing tactics employed by betting companies. This vulnerability is compounded by the pervasive influence of the gambler's fallacy. This is the mistaken belief that past independent events can influence future outcomes. Betting platforms are designed to exploit these cognitive biases, with features that encourage continuous play and the chasing of losses. This irrational thinking is a powerful psychological trap, leading individuals to make increasingly risky decisions in a desperate attempt to recoup what they have lost. The Brazilian government's approach to the rapidly escalating online betting issue has drawn considerable criticism from many quarters. Observers have described its management as slow, reactive, and, at times, seemingly incompetent. For a long period, the regulatory framework governing these platforms was notoriously weak and riddled with loopholes. This permissive environment effectively allowed the online betting industry to mushroom with minimal oversight, leading to the widespread problems of indebtedness and social harm that the country is now grappling with. Recognizing the growing crisis, the government did eventually move to introduce new regulations. On July 31, 2024, a portaria, ordinance, was published to regulate online betting games more formally. Following this, companies began the process of acquiring official operating licenses in Brazil. By August 20, 2024, 11 companies had obtained licenses, and this number subsequently rose to 131. The overall impact of the online betting explosion in Brazil can only be described as devastating. It is wreaking havoc on the national economy, straining social services, and causing immense suffering in the lives of countless individuals and their families. The seductive illusion of easy money, relentlessly promoted and easily accessible, has proven to be a dangerous siren song for millions. There is an urgent and undeniable need for truly effective control measures. This goes far beyond simply issuing licenses and collecting some taxes. It requires robust regulation that prioritizes consumer protection above all else. Alongside stronger regulation, the critical importance of comprehensive financial education cannot be overstated. An informed populace is the best defense.